take a moment and place one hand somewhere on your body, anywhere on your body. Maybe it's hand on hand, hand on leg, on chest. And notice the feeling of your own connection, you to you. Now imagine just radiating that feeling outward to your entire community. Now place your hands slightly wider than your body, slightly wider than you think you want to place them. If it's comfortable to do it, palms up. Just imagine your palms could lightly catch all of the energy that your community just built around you. Turn your palms down. Just feel the moment as it is. Gravity. The heat. Notice your breath. Now breathe deeper. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your nose. And repeat that process. Make it a little bit slower, a little more dramatic. If on your back, one leg at a time, bend the knee so your foot comes flat, and then lightly sway your knees side to side. If you're front side down, ever so gently start to lift your tailbone just enough to wag your tail side to side. A little bit of a shifting movement from right to left, and you're initiating it with your hips, with your tail. Then where does that movement want to bring you? You could keep your feet down. If you're front side down, you could keep your head down. Maybe you want to shift in some way, a whole twist. Forward and back. Hug your legs over your chest. There's not an option I can think of that doesn't sound wonderful. To me, at least. If you're on your back, start to make your way over to one side and come to seated and towards tabletop. If you're on your front, tabletop is going to seem a lot less complicated to get to. But eventually, once you're in your tabletop and readjust on your mat, hang your head, close your eyes if they open, and shake your head slightly side to side. Just shake away any thoughts that kind of popped in. And what else does your head want to do? Half circles, full circles? You want to hang out on one side? So just one side of the neck can feel long and dramatically elongated. And follow your intuition. What other parts of your body are asking for this movement, for this love, this awakening? Your hands, your wrists, your feet. Make your way towards a downward dog. Tuck your toes under, lift your knees. Once your hips are lifted, push them back and keep them up high. Maybe pedal your feet, almost like you're riding a bike. Bend one knee and then the other. Walk your hands and your feet towards each other. Wherever you meet, just hang out in a forward fold. You could keep pedaling your feet, maybe sway, twist, or turn in some sort. You're just waking your body up. There's no right or wrong. Then walk your hands back forward and your feet to the back of your mat to turn it back into downward dog. Again, whatever you want to do. Maybe your hips or head want to move. You want to shift your shoulders forward and back. Walk your hands and your feet back towards each other. Hold your elbows when you get to your forward fold. Ragdoll variation. Anytime we're in a long held pose, you can do whatever you want to do here. If your instinct says that you should bob, sway, or kind of shift and shimmy in some way, do that. This is where you build the trust with your body and your mind. Because when your body tells you it needs something, instead of ignoring it and pushing through, instead here you listen. The safety of your mat, the security of the room, knowing that nothing I say is choreography, not trying to get you all to do the same thing ever at the same time. Just trying to guide you all on your own individual journeys at the same time. So walk back to your downward dog and appreciate how different that just was for you than anybody else. None of you walked your hands exactly the same way forward. None of you had to step your feet exactly the same way back. But here we are again, everybody in a similar place. Bring your right leg high to the sky on an inhale and bend your right knee. Try to kick yourself in the butt. Flex your foot. And now lift your knee a little higher, not towards the back of your mat. Could you try to bring your knee as much over the right side of your mat as you can? So your inner thigh is coming over to the side. Yeah, you looked at me because you were like, this fucking sucks. No way. Yeah, you're doing it. You're doing it. You should feel like kind of a puppy dog at a fire hydrant. If you don't, could you lift your leg a little higher? Imagine you're right beside a hydrant. Breathe in. Beautiful. Step your foot as far forward as it wants to go on the breath out. Bring your back knee down for a moment. A low runner's lunge. Just let the front hip have a little bit of time here, a little bit of patience, a little bit of compassion. And now when your right foot, ankle, and hip say, yeah, let's do a little more. Curl your back toes. Lift the knee back up. Give the hip a moment. Give the foot a moment. When the legs say, yeah, let's go for it, lift the torso up. Inhale, sweep your arms forward, then up. Bring your whole chest up high. Stay lifted, but relax your shoulder. Every single toe on both of your feet pointing straight forward. Yeah, so the back heel has to lift off the floor, and that brings both hips pointing straight forward. As much as you're bending the front leg, the right leg, could you also be actively straightening the left leg, the back leg? So the back leg trying to become this long, straight line of energy from your hip right through your heel. Take another big breath in. Maybe you look up at your hands and exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Step your back foot forward, chair pose. You're there, sit low. Arms back up to the sky. Breathe in. Relax your shoulders though. Roll them back and down on your breath out. Be there for 2 breaths. Close your eyes. Not meant to be comfortable. Meant to remind you you can do the hard shit. Reach your arms back. Breathe in, not just up. Reach them back behind you slightly. Whatever that means, just go with it. But now sit lower. Breathe out. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Both arms up, back bend. And exhale, hands back to your heart. Lean into your left foot. Lift your right foot. Take a breath in when you lift your right foot and step your right foot all the way to the back of your mat. Turn to the right so you're sideways on your mat. Readjust your feet so you're sideways on your mat. Reach your arms straight up, 5-pointed star. Look up, breathe in, little back bend. Exhale, bow forward over your wide legs. Standing, wide-legged fold. Mix a little skandasana in here. Walk your hands a little to the right foot, the back of your mat. Bend the right knee. Walk your hands back to the front of your mat, over to the left foot, bend the left knee, and just go back and forth like that. One side to the other. These little side squats in Sanskrit we call skandasana. No rush, but next time your hands have walked towards the back of your mat, turn your entire body to the back of your mat. Turn your head, turn all your toes. Walk your hands forward so they leave your mat. And then lift the back leg, it's your left leg, up into the sky, standing split. Your right leg stays anchored right underneath the hips and chest. Maybe on your exhales, you try to bring your knee as close to your shin as you can. And then on the inhales, you try and bring your nose forward over your fingertips. Keep the leg up high, high, high. You're reaching to the ceiling the whole time. Don't look at the leg. Just imagine it's pointing straight up like a rocket. Keep the leg up the whole time. Your nose is coming to the standing leg, not the lifted leg. Oh, yeah. Slowly start to bend your standing leg. Your lifted toes, step them as far back as they can land, and walk your hands to the left, back to the wide side of your mat. Lift your heels just a little bit and step your heels inward. Bend your knees so your knees point over your baby toes. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Sit down extra low and bend your elbows. Pull your elbows and your knees back for goddess pose. Now check in with your tailbone. Instead of your tailbone pointing back behind you, try to point your tailbone right in between your two heels. Like a perfectly straight line, left heel, tailbone, dot, right heel. On your inhale, straighten your legs, look up, reach up. Exhale, come right back, goddess pose. Pull the elbows and the knees back behind you. They're not going to go there, but imagine. Lift up to stand. Inhale, press evenly through your feet. Exhale, strong and steady, back to goddess. Do that 2 more times. Maybe you close your eyes. All the way up, breathe in. Look at the front of your mat. Both hands come forward, step back into downward dog. Take a breath in. Exhale, shift forward into plank and lower halfway or all the way down. Come into a heart opener. You choose, lift your chest a little up. Hips can be lifted, they can be lowered, but stay there for a moment. If you want to come down a little and then lift back up in, do that. Just want you to feel out your shoulders, your hips, your abdomen. Maybe you look over one shoulder. Come back to center. No rush to get to the other side. And then when you do feel ready to go back to downward dog, head back to downward dog with extra focus on lifting your tailbone up and away. Making sure to release any accidental tension that may have gathered in the lower back. You can pedal your feet if you want, circle your hips or sway. Inhale to bring your left leg high to the sky. And as you exhale, bend your left knee. Try to kick yourself in the butt. Flex the foot so the foot is active. The knee is active. And start to open the hip a little more. Instead of your knee just being back and up, bring your knee slightly over the side of your mat. And then try and lift the inner thigh up a little more, up a little more. Imagine maybe one day your inner thigh could be completely lifted over towards the sidewall. Yeah, that hydrant-like energy. Feel the leg lift just a little more. Breathe in. And on your exhale, step your left foot as far forward as it wants to go. Don't force it to do anything it's not ready for. Bring your back knee down. Just let the left leg have a little bit of time. Maybe a shift forward and back. Maybe reposition where the foot is placed. Its width across the mat. Maybe a little more forward or a little farther back. Once your left foot, ankle, knee, hip aren't feeling rushed into holding the weight, curl your back toes, lift your back knee. Feel the front leg take on more work, more weight. We're not rushing to get to the pose, but rather we're building the relationship with our body. It's always changing. When you feel ready, when your left leg, not your ego, your left leg feels ready, don't just lift your chest up, reach your arms forward and then lift everything up. Beautiful, hold there, relax your shoulder. As much space between your shoulders and your earlobes as you can have. Beautiful. Check in with every single one of your toes, especially the back pinky toe, your right pinky toe. Is it pointing straight forward, not a little cockeyed, straight forward? Yeah, brought your hip with you. Now both of your hips are perfectly squared forward. Not expecting the front leg to be putting in a level of energy that the back leg isn't putting in. So bend the front knee a little deeper, and at the same time, try and lift through the back of your back knee. Lift the back leg just a little more, but push the heel to the ground. Yeah, a long line of energy. The heel doesn't ever have to touch the floor to feel like it is pushing the energy down towards it. Take an inhale breath. Then on your exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Step the back foot forward. Sit down low. Close your eyes. It's 2 breaths here. Breathe in. Reach your arms back up to the ceiling. Breathe out. Sit down even lower. Breathe in. Another breath out. Rise to stand. Lift up. Back bend if it calls to you. Exhale your hands to your heart. Lean into your right foot. Inhale to lift your left foot up. Exhale, step the left foot as far back as it's going to go and turn to the side of your mat. Lift your arms straight up. Reach them out wide, turning sideways for 5-pointed star. And exhale, swan dive forward, hands to the floor. Standing wide-legged forward fold. Shift side to side. Shift to the front of the mat. Shift to the back of the mat to create your skandasana. Next time you are walking towards the back of your mat, over to the left, stay there. Walk your hands to the back of your mat. Turn the toes to point to the back of your mat. Now lift what is now the back leg. It's your right leg. Lift it all the way up into the air and keep it lifted. Take a breath in as you are without changing your legs. Exhale, try and bring your nose to your left shin. That's the standing leg, but keep the right leg high. Breathe in, keep the leg high. Try and look forward, lean your nose over your fingers. And then exhale, keep the leg high, but try and bring your nose to your shin, not your knee. Yeah, it doesn't have to ever touch. That's your ego that said it did. Inhale, lift the leg and the nose. Lean forward towards your fingertips. Do it 2 more times. Exhale, just try and get the nose as close to the shin as it can. Maybe you know it never will touch. Just do it 1 more time. Start to bend your standing leg on your inhale and step the lifted leg as far back as you can bring it down to. Walk your hands to the right over to the wide side of your mat. Bend both knees, lift your heels, bring them slightly inward, and try and bring your knees over your pinky toes rather than your big toes. Inhale, reach your arms forward, and with a flat back, rise straight up on the exhale. Squeeze the belly in, bend your elbows, breathe in, goddess pose, sit down low. Hold there, breathe out, close your eyes. 5 breaths. Tailbone's pointing between your heels, not back behind you. You're pulling your lower belly up. Last one. Rise to stand, back bend, breathe in, cartwheel your hands to the front of the mat and exhale. Step into a plank, lower through Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale into the heart opener that feels right for you. And exhale to downward facing dog. Walk your hands all the way back. Hold your elbows or hang heavy to gravity at the back of your mat. And start to walk back to downward dog. Your hands forward. Reposition your feet if you need. Bring your right leg high to the sky on an inhale and step your right foot forward on your exhale. Everybody has 2 blocks. I want you to grab your blocks and bring them on their highest setting underneath your hands. So as tall as your blocks can be. Oh, look at you up way before your alarm, girl. Feel the steadiness in both front and back leg. Shift your chest forward just a little. On your next inhale breath, lift both blocks off of the floor and bring them out to the side like you're flying. Don't move your chest. You're still leaning forward. Exhale, bring both blocks straight back down to the floor. Try not to change either leg or your chest. Do that again. Inhale, the only thing that moves are the arms and the blocks. Oh, fuck yeah, look at you go. Exhale, bring them back down. 1 more time. Inhale, bring them up slow and steady with the breath. Bring them down as slow as the exhale. Walk your blocks more forward and wide. Lift the back leg up into the sky. Back into a standing split. This time it's supported of a sort. Your right hand, bring your block farther out to the right and more forward. So it's as diagonal as you can reach it. Start to flex your back foot. Pull your toes forward towards your face. And try to lift your inner thigh a little more. So your toes, instead of pointing to the mat, start to point straight over to the side wall. Lift your left arm up into the sky. You can bring the block or keep it down. I like the spunk there. Could it go straight to the sky? Trying to stack your left hand over your right hand. Take your left toes, point them straight to the side. This cue sounds a little crude, but it works every time. Point both your nipples and your belly button sideways, not at the floor, at the wall. Oh, yeah. Super awkward. Hold there. Breathe in. Squeeze your belly button. Stay there just for the breath out. During your inhale, start to bring the hand and the block back down. And exhale, bring the leg straight back up, re-squaring your hip to standing split. Lift it up high and step your foot down. Bring both hands down to the floor. Step back to downward dog. Bring your knees and shins down and sit onto your hips. Bring your head down. Known as child's pose, but I like to call it resting warrior. I was taught that by Mark Longenecker, not trying to take credit for it. But I've never connected to the idea of happy baby having the name happy in it. Or child's pose having this idea like somehow it should be playful, childlike, or all your cares and worries should go away. I don't know what real world that's going to work in. But rather, resting warrior. We're warriors. We are doing this shit. Life is hard. When you're little, when you're young, and you don't have a lot of control over the things directly affecting you, life is hard. When you get older, you get a little more control of things that are directly affecting you, and then you realize, oh, fuck, life is still hard. And then you get even older and you realize you really don't have control over almost anything around you that can affect you, and still, life is hard. All phases, all stages, we're warriors. And warriors rest. Warriors refuel, replenish. So if you don't feel like you've rested, you've refueled, you've replenished, then wait until you do. Because whenever it is that you feel ready to join us, just know you can join wherever we're at. But if you're feeling ready right now, you could work your way to a downward dog. Bring your left leg high to the sky. Wait for an exhale. Step your left foot to the front of your mat. Don't worry, if you kick me, that's my fault. Grab a hold of your blocks on their highest setting. Give your left and your right leg time to settle in here, because you're going to ask them to be steady and still like they were a part of a statue. Same thing with your spine, your chest. So take a moment here. Without readjusting your legs, could you lean your chest just a little more forward, getting longer in the spine? And then feel yourself supporting your spine. Squeeze all the muscles in and around your ribs and your back. 3 times. Inhale. Try and lift your arms and the blocks out and away. Exhale, bring them right back down. Could you do it as slow as your breath? As slow as it takes you to inhale is as slow as it takes you to lift the blocks up. And as slow as the exhale, they come down. Don't forget to pause. Do it one more time. Bring your blocks both forward and wider. Keep going forward, keep going wide, and then lift the back leg up into the air, because that starts to feel like the only option. If now that the leg's lifted, you want to reach even more forward, even wider with the blocks, the farther they are from each other and your standing foot, the more balance you're going to feel. Now that works the same as we transition this into half moon. Your left hand The closer your left hand and the block are to your left foot, the harder it is going to be. The farther away the block and hand are from your left toes, the easier. The wider to the side, the easier. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, just easier. But now flex your back foot, the lifted foot. It's active. It's pulling forward towards your face. Start to bring the toes to the side of your mat so your heel drops down, and lift your right arm up. Now when the leg rotates, makes the arm lifting a little more accessible. Can you try to stack the right hand right over the left hand? It's a crude cue, but it works. Point both your nipples and your belly button sideways at the wall, at the curtain. It's Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Everything about your instinct is just trying not to fall over backwards, but look at you do it. Life tries to knock you over on your ass all the time. Look at you doing hard shit. Take another breath in. And on your exhale, slowly bring the hand back down. Point the toes back down and lift the leg up higher, back to standing split. Bend your standing leg. Lifted toes land as far back as they want to go. Bring your hands down. Step back, downward dog. Lower down, rest your warrior, knees, hips, head heavy. If you need more time, stay as long as you need. And when you feel ready, use an inhale to come into tabletop and an exhale to come into downward dog. Send your right leg high to the sky on an inhale. And bend your right knee. Try to kick yourself in the butt. Maybe wild thing. Roll to the outside of your left foot so the heel comes down, and step your right foot behind you off of your mat to lift your right arm up into the sky. Little pelvic thrust to the ceiling. Nice big back bend. Try and point the belly button and nipples up. Breathe in. I really like to direct those today, apparently. Exhale, bring your right hand back to the front of your mat. Step your right foot all the way to the front of your mat. Rise to stand, lunge position, Anjanalayasana. Could you hover your chest forward over the bent leg? And bring your hands down onto your blocks, tallest setting. But now lift your back leg. Not straight to the sky, not standing split. Flex your foot and try and have your heel the exact height of your hip. A little more of our airplane pose. Instead of a pointed toe, flex your foot. You're pushing the heel back and pulling the toes forward. Doing it 3 times. Nothing changes but the arms. Inhale, lift the blocks out to the side. Exhale, bring them down slow and steady. Pull the belly button up to the ceiling. Inhale, squeeze the belly button. Long legs, long spine, arms come out long. Squeeze the belly button up and bring the blocks back down. Do it one more time. Breathe in. Bring them down. Breathe out. Left hand drops the block. Bring your left arm up. Flex the left foot. Starts to point over to the side of the mat. Bring your arm up high. You're back in your half moon pose. Take a big breath in right there. Stay for one breath out. On your inhale, start to bring the lifted arm and leg all the way together, knee and elbow, and step your left foot to the front of your mat. Rise to stand. Bring your right leg up with you, both arms high. Into eagle pose. Stack your right leg over your left and bend both knees to sit down low. Right arm comes down first. Left arm on top. create your eagle arm. An easy way to remember how to do the arms is whatever the bottom arm is, it's going to be from the same side of the body that the top leg is. And that is so we can bring the eagle to the nest. Try and bring your elbows towards your belly button and see if you could bring forearms towards lunge. Turn all the way backwards on your mat, hands down, back leg high, standing split. I said it was going to be flowy and with balance. I didn't want to be a liar. Step your left foot all the way up beside the right foot. Step your right foot all the way back. And walk your hands to the right, over to the wide side of your mat. Hold your elbows once you're midway. A dangling ragdoll variation of wide-legged fold. If you want to go upside down or into an arm balance, you're more than welcome to. If you just want to try and witness as your heart rate settles and the balance of your breath becomes a little smoother. There's a beautiful experience for you to explore here, whatever experience you're looking for. And walk your hands to the front of your mat. Keep your hands right where they are. Your right foot is in between your hands. Reach your right foot up and back into the sky. And slowly lower the right foot for 3, for 2, right foot down for 1. Left leg high to the sky. Breathe in, bend your left knee and open your hip. Maybe coming into wild thing, rolling to the outside of the right foot all the way at the back of your mat. Once you roll over, try and pelvic thrust. Lift the chest, the belly high. Breathe in. Hold there on the breath out. Lift the heart space a little higher. Inhale, start to bring your left hand back. Bring the left leg up and step your left leg forward on the exhale. Rise into a lunge position. Breathe in. Just this exhale right here. Hinge forward as you inhale. Don't round. Long back. Lean over the leg. And bring your hands down to your blocks. Lift your back leg, not as high as it can go. Just a straight, balanced line from your hips back to the wall. Your foot having 2 very distinct lines of energy. Your toes pulling forward towards your face as you try to smoosh your heel all the way back into the wall. Trying to keep your leg actively lifted. Squeeze the muscles around the leg the whole time. Inhale, lift the blocks out to the side. Keep squeezing both legs. Keep them long, long arms, long spine. Exhale, squeeze the belly button up higher as the blocks come down lower. Do it again. Squeeze the legs, squeeze the arms. Everything is long. Breathe in. Stay in control. Don't panic. Squeeze the belly button higher to the sky as the blocks get lower to the floor. Do it one more time. Reach the left block as far out and away from the left pinky toe as you can. Leave the right block down. Bring your right hand up and start to turn your whole chest and leg open to the right. Reaching your right arm up, pointing your toes sideways, both nipples and belly button sideways. Half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Keep breathing. Take the lifted arm and the lifted leg on an inhale. Bend the knee and elbow. Try and bring them together by your face. And then step your right foot to the front of your mat as you exhale. Rise to stand. Bring the left leg up with you. And cross your left leg up and over your right. Left leg is on top, so bring the left arm out first. Right arm on top of left for your eagle arms. Don't overthink it. Bend the standing knees so you sit down low in your invisible chair. Try and bring the eagle to the nest. Not elbows to thigh. Elbows pull in, forearms to thigh. Lift your chest up on an inhale. Uncross the leg. Bring the left leg up and step your left foot all the way to the back of your mat. Turn sideways, bow sideways, wide-legged fold. Walk your hands to the back of your mat. Lift the back leg high, standing split. You're going to get that rest. It just happens on the other side of your mat. You just needed a minute there. Bring the right foot all the way forward to your chest. Step the right foot down and step the left foot all the way back. Walk your hands to the left. When you get halfway between the front and back of your mat, pause there. Hold your elbows ragdoll, wide-legged forward fold. If you'd like a deep yogi squat, you could heel toe your feet a little closer together. Keeping your knees wide, but instead of having hips high, head low, you could have your head high and your hips low. Yeah, you're there. Start to look over your left shoulder at the front of your mat. Bring your hands over towards the front of your mat. Let your legs and body adjust however you want to back to downward dog. Start to walk your feet forward and wide. When your feet get up towards your hands, sit down low. However, your butt needs to meet the ground. Extend your legs out wide as seated, wide-legged forward fold. Familiar place, just using gravity a little differently at this point in time. Walk your hands over to the left leg. You decide where you want to put your left arm, but reach your right arm up and over your body. Push your right leg into the floor. Push your right butt cheek into the floor. Yeah, as much as the arm is reaching up, the leg is pushing down. Come back to center. Wide-legged forward fold in the seated position. And walk your hands over to the right leg. Plant the right arm wherever you want it to be and bring the left arm up and over. So when you're reaching with the arm, you're lifting from the center line up and away. What's happening all below that? Activate it. Push your left leg down, the hip, the back of the thigh, the back of the knee, the heel. As much as you're reaching up through the ribs, you're pulling the hip down, finding that same awakening in the outer hip and the space between the ribs and hip. Come back to center. Legs together, bow forward. Intense seated forward fold. Lift your chest slowly. Bend your knees a little. Drag your heels and lean just onto your tailbone. Lift your legs up and away. Boat pose, Navasana. Flip your palms. Inhale, lift your arms up. Turn your hands. Exhale, slowly push your palms down. 2 more like that. Flip the palms. Push the air up. Flip your palms. Push the air down. 1 more time. Grab the backs of your legs. Inhale, rock back and forward. Exhale, rock back and forward. Rock back once again, and then stay there with your legs up. If you want to use the momentum to get your hips up, you're welcome to do that. Once you're on your back and your legs are straight to the sky, we call it waterfall. You could have your hips lifted and being held by your hands, or lifted and then pressing them down to be held on a block. And we would call it shoulder stand. If you want your hips up and your feet hinging back behind you, your legs starting to come over your face, then we call it plow. So it doesn't matter what your body instinctually chose to do, it has a cool, fancy yoga pose name. Now your intuition knew where to bring you. Start to bring your spine all the way down. And take your time. Feel each bone coming to the ground. And hug your knees up over your chest. Extend your left leg out long. Keep your left hand on your right leg and try and bring your right leg up over your body, all the way over to the left side of your mat. Keeping your left hand on the right leg, you might want to use your block to support the leg if it doesn't find the ground, or just hanging to gravity feels like it's too much. Your right arm all the way over to the right. You might want to turn your head. If any part of your body says, no, we don't want to turn our head, then don't turn your head. And you can keep the right leg bent. If you want to extend the right leg, you can. Whatever is feeling like it's the right twist for you to be in. And come back to center. Hug both your knees into your chest. Maybe lift your head. If that feels like it's a bunch of work, then don't do it. And extend the right leg long to the mat. Use your right arm to pull your bent left leg up and over your body all the way over to the left. You can keep it bent. You can extend it, maybe prop it on a block. If you want to reach the left arm over to the left, you can do that. Not forcing yourself to make a similar shape on the other side, but rather building your intuition, listening to your body. If it doesn't want to do the same thing, you don't do the same thing. Come back to center. Hug your knees in over your chest. You can remain like that or send your legs back into the air for an inversion of your choice. I'm going to grab your cold towels. If at this time intuitively you feel like there is something that you would like to do before you surrender, and I had long pauses and awkward inflection there because it might not be a yoga pose. Maybe what you need at this time is to wipe sweat out of your eyes, sip your water, or to pick that really well-earned wedgie that all of a sudden just feels really prominent. Shavasana is one of those beautiful parts of practice, though, that it's important to not force it. Not forcing yourself into Shavasana, not forcing stillness, not forcing the moment. But rather appreciating your body, your energy, your breath, and all that you just gave to the practice, and taking whatever time Whatever adjustments, whatever movements or size may be needed from you to make it your Shavasana. So let's take another couple breaths here before there's any sort of expected stillness or quiet. If there is even something you could do that would make you 1% more comfortable, I invite you to do it. Now to offer to help with that comfort, I'm going to come around and place a cold towel over your eyes and your forehead. If you prefer not to have me place it over you, just place it in your hand or beside you. You can wave a hand, let me know. reacquaint to yourself with the feeling of gravity. Your wet, sweaty clothes. The sounds outside of our building. Any lingering taste in your mouth or smell you can smell. And keep your eyes closed, but slide the cloth away from your eyes if they're still covered. With your eyes closed, just notice light once again. Your five senses: touch, sound, taste, smell, sight. That's your interaction with the world that's happening outside of you. And for the last hour, you spent your time pulling inward and experiencing the world that happens inside of you. So now feeling yourself starting to bridge the gap of those energies, the world that exists outside, and all the inward work that you just did. Even if you don't know you did it, you sure did it. That was hard. You didn't quit. You didn't throw the block at me. You didn't storm out of the room. You did it. So 1 foot at a time, step them flat to the floor, your knees bent to get the feet there. And just feel the reality of the day, of your body, of gravity, the earth. And try to quickly just visualize a fast-forwarded version of what your day might look like. And with that basic outline, what type of energy would you like to feel today? What type of energy would you like to embody? What type of energy would you like to receive? What type of energy would you like to radiate? Now we'll all delusionally assume that just the intention and the thought is now going to make it true. And wake yourself up into the day that you just decided you're going to have. Lift each foot off of the ground. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug or a sway, a rock, something that just feels nice. And then rock all the way over to your right side. Bring your cold cloth around the back of your neck and press yourself up to seated. Your hands stacked or in prayer in front of your heart, eyes closed if they've opened. We'll seal our shared time, breath, and energy. 1 sigh, 1 om, 1 breath of silence. Together, big breath in. The Sanskrit word sukha means joy and ease for all. The word mudita, it's a passive joy we personally experience by observing others in their own state of happiness. Joy for you equals joy for me because there's happiness for us all when we watch each other succeed. With a smile and a bow, wishing that for all beings everywhere, Repeat, Sukha Mudita.